Hi, my name is Sophie Lord and I'm a wine buyer here at Virgin Wines, and today I'm going to be tasting a small selection of our Californian wine range to help showcase the diversity of this fantastic region. California itself is the size of Italy, so obviously it's quite a big region, and within that you get these amazing pockets of glorious sunshine. You get some cooler regions, especially out towards the coast, where you get those lovely cooling morning fogs. And yeah, it means that they produce wines ranging from your great everyday drinkers through to some really, really fine, prestigious wines. So the first wine I'm tasting today is the Coastal Vines sparkling wine. Now, although this is made from the Chardonnay grape and a few others, which obviously is that iconic champagne blend, it actually has more in common with fruity, fresh Prosecco. Because on the nose, I'm getting a lot of green apples. There's a little bit of candied citrus in there and a touch of green melon as well. It's just really fruity, fresh, great everyday little bottle of fizz to just, pop in the fridge and enjoy with friends. That freshness continues onto the palate. I've got some really lovely bright acidity in there, and then all those lovely green fruits still echoing through. Just really, really easy drinking, will work perfectly at any celebration, but would even work really nicely with kind of light salad dishes as well. So next up, we've got the Paul Hobbs Russian River Valley Chardonnay. Paul Hobbs is one of the godfathers of Californian wines. He's carved out such a fantastic reputation for really finding the best sites for wine production. And this one in the Russian River Valley is cooled by the ocean influence. You get some lovely morning fogs, and what that does is it allows the grapes to ripen really slowly, so you get a gradual building of all the acids, the flavors, everything that you want for an amazing wine. So, this is probably one of the most premium Chardonnays that you can find on the market. It is absolutely exceptional, and a lot of care and attention goes into making this wine with the selection of the very best oak barrels. So you can smell that oak straight away on the nose. It's got a lovely nuttiness. I mean, just look at the colour as well. It's just golden and rich. So as well as that nuttiness, you've got some slightly, how I describe as like nougat undertone in there. You still get that characteristic apple note from the Chardonnay and a little bit of tropical fruit, but it's not overpowering. Some Californian Chardonnays can be very, very big, very, very opulent. This, it has that opulence and that richness, but it's also got a lot of elegance to the wine as well. There is so much flavour in this wine. It is an absolute joy to taste. So everything that you get on the nose, that kind of lovely toasty, nutty quality from the oak. I can sense a little bit of creaminess in there, that kind of buttery nuance. You still get the freshness of the fruit, that kind of melony note, a little bit of peach, a little bit of apple in there as well. And it just goes on and on. The taste is stunning. The acidity just keeps it really bright, really fresh. This is an absolutely amazing bottle of wine. You can taste the quality in this. It's going to work brilliantly. If you're having like a creamy pasta dish, it would be fantastic with a Sunday roast chicken to kind of match with the nutty potatoes and that kind of rich meat. And if you're thinking forward to Christmas, you cannot pair a better wine with your Christmas turkey than this Chardonnay. So we're now going to try the Gypsy Rosé, and this has been a staple in our range for a fair number of years now. It's a white Zinfandel. So Zinfandel you might be familiar with. It's a red grape variety. It produces lovely, rich, full-bodied reds, but also really fruity, rosés that are fantastic for the summer months. So on the nose, it is just brimming with red fruits. Think like glacé cherries, like raspberry ripple. It's all those sweet candied kind of red fruits. So this is everything you want from a summer rosé. So where we are at the moment, we're having a bit of a heat wave here at Virgin Wines HQ. And what better way to enjoy that than a nice cool glass of juicy, fruity rosé, and this white Zinfandel ticks all the boxes here. Those lovely jammy red fruits. It's just so voluptuous in your mouth. It's a very easy drinker. And other than just sitting and enjoying this in the sunshine, it will work beautifully with spicier foods. So think kind of chili, garlic prawns grilled on your barbecue. This will be absolutely perfect with it. So our final wine today is the Bogle Vineyards Old Vine Zinfandel. Zinfandel is the same grape as Primitivo, and the key word on this label is old vine. So actually these vines were planted back in the early 1900s, so they're now kind of 80 years old. And what old vine means is that these vines are producing lower yields of even better quality fruit. So on the nose, you get an absolute hit of flavour. So you get all those lovely dark berry fruits that are typical of a Zinfandel. You can detect some of that toasty oak on there. It's got some lovely spice, kind of hints of sweet licorice, kind of clove and cedar notes in there as well. And because of the warm climate here, you get not only fresh fruits, but some slightly dried prune, raisin notes in there as well. So it's just got a really lovely, heady, complex nose to it. On the palate, this has an absolute hit of flavour. You've got that lovely spicy kick coming through, partly from the toasty oak. You've got those kind of cedar nuances, and then those sweet baking spices following through from the nose. The fruit is glorious, lovely, rich, dark bramble fruits. I'm getting those nice kind of raisiny notes in there as well. And it all knits together so well. If you like your big reds, this is an absolute must buy. If you're looking for an occasion to open it, it's going to be perfect with anything fresh off the barbecue. My favourite would be lovely, sticky, sweet, juicy, spicy ribs with that kind of lovely barbecue tang to it would just be perfect with this bottle. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about some of these wines today. This is just a really small snapshot of some of our enticing Californian wines. If you'd like to see more about these wines or any of the others in our range, just go to virginwines.co.uk.